Good day everybody, my name is Dr. Mim. For those of you new here, I'm a medical doctor working in the UK. Now, as a doctor myself, I've never really been a huge fan of medical dramas or medical TV shows. I've always found them to be a bit pretentious, unrealistic, a lot of times annoyingly inaccurate. But then sometime last year, I came across a show called Attaway General, and let me tell you, my opinion of medical shows stayed exactly the same. Now look, I know I'm not the target demographic. I know that most of the actors are TikTok stars and, you know, I'm something of a boomer myself. But regardless, season 2 has come out this year. Somehow there's a season 2. And you know what? Part of me is kind of excited. I'm kind of looking forward to watching it. Apparently this time round, they've had actual medical professionals on set kind of advising with regards to the medical accuracy of things. So without any further ado, let's get straight into episode 1 of season 2 of Attaway General.
Previously on Attaway General.
First year TVs, you guys will be on pediatrics.
Babysitting, great. Shouldn't we be doing more than learning how to make coffee?
Next week. I think you kind of did that already. You were basically getting fully involved with patients in the emergency department, dressing wounds without cleaning them, not giving antibiotics, not being supervised. So you've done plenty more than just drink coffee, and that's already too much. So let's just leave it there. Please, can we just leave it there for now?
Good job.
Kit,
I'm Dr. Henry.
I know, you're
Oh,
amazing.
Dr. Henry. Amazing. This guy is literally a living legend. He's the best doctor in all the lands. And on top of that, he's the only doctor in Attaway General. He does everything from putting in IV lines in correctly, all the way to open heart surgery. I mean, what more could you want from a man?
I got you flowers.
My favorite doctor.
I know I'm not a doctor.
Do you though? Do you though? Because in season 1, you were treating patients in the ER, wrapping up wounds, as I mentioned earlier, getting really hands-on. Doesn't seem like that's the safest thing for volunteers to be doing, especially on like the first day.
Started. 200 milligrams epinephrine.
Temperature 103.
She's dehydrated. We need to get this fever down now.
I'm not gonna lie, I'm surprised that this girl made it, just looking at the team that's looking after her. I mean, first of all, there's just 2 people there. There's Dr. Magnificent over here and his glorious assistant next to the screen. That makes no sense. You need someone trying to put in an IV line, you need someone managing the airway properly, you need someone trying to give in oxygen via a bag if that's necessary. But like I said, this guy's a one-man army. He doesn't need any of that. He can do it all by himself. That's wrong. Sorry, I know this is petty, but like, look at this.
What is that?
What is that? Okay, this is supposed to be going upwards. It's called a P wave on an ECG. I know this is being really picky and extremely nerdy. It shouldn't be going downwards like that. This is what I mean in medical shows. They just look at something and be like, oh, that looks similar enough. Let's just get a screen with 10 lines on it, because there's a lot of zigzag lines on medical monitors, and it'll be fine. No one will notice. And I know most people won't notice, but this is why I can't watch medical shows. It's stuff like this.
And then I saw this light, and I heard a voice, and the voice was telling me, follow this path. Like, it was an angel or something.
You sure it wasn't Dr. Henry?
Hold it.
I mean, they are kind of indistinguishable. Angels and Dr. Henry. They're pretty much one and the same, let's be real.
This is probably just sprained. You'll be back in time for nationals.
My foot feels like it's detached from my body. I need a doctor, now.
No, you don't. No, you don't. You don't need a doctor. You got all these volunteers. You don't need a doctor. Just get one of them to put a bandage on it, send you on your way. Job done.
Welcome back, everyone. I'm sure you all remember Holden, and I see that most of you have already met Benny. We have some exciting news.
Dr. Henry. Dr. Henry's just given up at this point. He doesn't give a shit anymore. He's like, I tried guiding these kids last year. It did nothing. They didn't listen to anything I said, and they just did whatever the hell they wanted. Screw it. I've given up. I'm just going to play Raid Shadow Legends for the next 6 months and just see what happens. Leave them to it.
So good luck.
Want some water?
Thank you. All right, guys.
Can't be doing that anymore, can we? For obvious reasons.
Sorry, Holden. Things happen for a reason. It's all a part of his plan.
His.
Something tells me maybe the surgeons and the anesthetists gave her a little bit too much ketamine during her operation. I don't know why, I just got a feeling.
This is Elijah. He's getting radiation for osteosarcoma, so he's here.
Okay, they just drop a medical term just out of the blue. Osteosarcoma is a type of bone cancer, and although it is pretty rare, when it does occur, it's usually in people under the age of 20. Most of the time, it affects the long bones in the body, for example, the bones in your legs, but it can affect any bone, theoretically. The symptoms you can get from it involve bone pain, fever, weight loss, and treatment options involve surgical removal of the part of the bone that is affected, or things like chemotherapy or radiotherapy.
Hey Elijah, this is Benny. He's a new TV.
Take that, you try-hard hipster.
That's exactly what I say when I play games online. By the way, I play games over at twitch.tv/DrMim. So, you know, if you want to see me do some gaming, you can catch me there Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Saturdays at about 9 or 10 p.m. UK time. Okay, enough plugging. Back to the show.
You don't really look like Nina's sister.
Same mom, different dad.
Okay, well, you might get special treatment from Dr. Henry, but it's not going to work with me.
That's all that matters, really. As long as you get special treatment from Dr. Henry, who cares what anybody else thinks? If he acknowledged my existence, I would just be done with life. It would be complete. I'd have nothing left to achieve.
Eva has agreed to let you observe her case. She came in with a swollen ankle, and now we have the MRI result. Does anyone know why we did?
Okay, I know Dr. Henry is a boomer much like myself, but why is he holding a physical copy of a scan? We don't use those anymore. The last time we used those was like at least a decade ago. Everything's on computers now. You just bring it up on the screen, you can zoom in, you can use filters like on Instagram to look at different parts of the body. No one uses film anymore unless there's like a computer outage or something and you can't get access to the programs, then maybe in that situation. Or maybe Dr. Henry just likes to keep it old school. You know, he's a hipster, he's a cool dude. You know, fair enough. If it's Dr. Henry, I'll allow it.
Does anyone know why we did an MRI and not an X-ray?
Swelling can indicate a damaged ligament, x-rays are for bones, and MRIs are better for evaluating soft tissues. Sorry.
Okay.
Don't apologize.
Okay. They got one decent line in. Okay, I'll give them that. That's not bad. That's not a bad explanation. She's pretty much correct. X-rays are good at looking at bones because of the big difference in density between bones and other tissue like muscle and skin. But they're less useful for looking at things like tendon and ligament damage, which are considered part of the soft tissue, as they mentioned. So MRI scans, which use magnetization, are actually better and more accurate at looking at differences between soft tissues. I'm impressed though. I think that's like the only medically accurate thing I've seen since the beginning of season 1. So it's some improvement, okay? It's something. I'll take it. Dr. Mim from the future here. I just wanted to clarify that they would have initially wanted to do an x-ray anyway just to check for broken bones. Swelling isn't just a sign of soft tissue injury. You can also get a lot of swelling if you break a bone. So I think I need to rescind the point that I've given to Attaway General for the medical accuracy. So we're back to 0.
Can we just get to it?
When you rolled your ankle, you ruptured your Achilles tendon. That's why you heard that pop.
When can she be back on the map?
Damn, okay. I'm not sure what kind of mechanism of injury a kid would have to do to tear their Achilles tendon. That would take a lot of force, but it is technically possible, I suppose. The Achilles tendon, as I'm sure most of you know, is the tendon that runs down the back of the ankle. It's associated with a mythological character Achilles, whose weak point was his ankle, so that's where it gets its name from. It's quite a dramatic injury and really painful, and you basically lose complete function of that foot and ankle. And if it's bad enough of a tear, then treatment involves surgery of the ruptured tendon.
And remember, no food or water for 12 hours before surgery.
We'll take good care of her.
Yeah, so the main reason why we tell people not to have any food or water before going into surgery is because when you get intubated, which is when you have that tube put down your throat into your lungs to help you breathe while you're under general anesthesia, if you've got food in your stomach at that time, sometimes that can be regurgitated and can end up going down the trachea, which can block your airway, which is not a good thing when you're unconscious and unable to breathe by yourself. So I believe that's number 1 on the medical accuracies within this show so far. That's more than I expected. So good on you, Bratz TV. Good on you.
Do you like omelets?
Omelets? Why?
Because Junior's makes the world's best
Well,
omelets.
my man knows his game. Omelette du fromage is the way to any girl's heart. All right, we learned that back when I was a kid. So I'm glad to see that little piece of knowledge has transcended from the boomer to the zoomer. Very proud of that fact.
I was wondering if you want to split one with me.
Okay, and we'll end it there, guys. I think that's enough of this show for this doctor. Thank you very much. But what a show it was. What an episode it was. Okay, if I was to compare this to season 1 of Attaway General, in all seriousness, a little bit better, in the sense that they didn't add any unnecessarily inaccurate crap. It seems like they've changed the tone of things to not actually go so deep into the medical details of everything and just focus more on the relationships between people. And I guess that's fair enough. Maybe they were biting off a bit more than they could chew with trying to make it an actual medically accurate show. Who am I to judge, okay? I'm just an old man sitting at home with my stethoscope on, watching YouTube. But anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed. Leave a like, smash subscribe. I'll watch a couple of episodes if you want it. Leave a comment comment down below if you want to see me watch a couple more. In the meantime, I'll catch you over on Twitch, where I do stream 3 times a week. Yes, I was serious. I do play games, so come along and make fun of me as to how bad I am. It's great fun. I love it. Stay safe, everybody. Take care of yourselves out there. See you next time. Peace.